What's up, guys? Ian Sandusky from Lakewood Machine and Tool back here again for Practical Machinist, and we are back to continue our live coverage of IMTS 2024. Very exciting now. I'm joined by my friend Kirk from SW Machines.
Ian, always good to see you, buddy.
Thank you very much for joining us. You know, we always like seeing what you guys have coming up. Some of the most innovative and out-of-the-box solutions I've seen, and I have a feeling this is going to be no different.
You're absolutely right. You know, and last time we met, we were in Hanover.
Yes.
At EMO, right? And at that time, we got to crawl into this monster machine, kind of behind you, the Space 3. This week at AMB, we're showing the same exact machine, 3 meter by 2 meter envelope. Here we're showing a battery tray with the KUKA robot. Obviously the EV space has been very active in the last 3 or 4 years, and it's still relevant. I think it's cooling a little bit right now. But this machine's not just for EV parts, not just for battery trays, any of your gigacast parts, but also aerospace. You know,
right.
A very large envelope for wig rims and other structural components. Very good application there. Now we have not just a one single spindle machine, but 2 spindles working on the backside, XYZ stack, totally independent with articulating head. Basically have 2 5-axis machines behind the work envelope. So you can really get a lot of work done there. So we continue to develop this machine. Again, this release was with 2 spindles. The next release is going to go up to 4.5 meters and a 30,000 RPM spindle, so we can really get into some of those trickier materials.
2 5-axis machines essentially stuck inside the same machine. As you said, just because it does the EV parts really well, you're not limited to that market.
Not at all. You know, and we do a lot of things outside of, in this case, automotive, showing the battery tray. It's also medical. We'll show a smaller, more relevant machine in a second there. Firearms industry is huge for us, and whatever else requires high volume precision metal components.
And especially because you guys have such quick rapids, such massive machines, you're getting the ultimate production out of those things.
You got to go fast, and you know, I think SW is absolutely differentiated in the machining market, or the machine tool market, with our dual spindle horizontal machining center linear motor machines. Nobody sells more machines of that configuration than anywhere else. Now that being said, you know, part of what we do out of New Hudson, Michigan is automation, right? It accounts for a good portion of our business, about 20% of our business. And I think it's really important for anybody in the industry who's in production machining to be automated. You have to be competitive. You have to get that manpower out of the process, both from a labor standpoint, but also process control and quality, right? So this year we really wanted to highlight the automation that we have, and we've kind of done that with this cell here. We've got 2 machines integrated with a robot. Pretty simple little part, I should say, from the raw material standpoint. We're bringing the part up in the elevator, we're grabbing it with this robot, and we're going to take it over to our first machine.
I actually thought this was just part of decor when I walked up. I didn't realize that this was actually part of the integration.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just make-believe demo, we're actually using it for real. So the first machine we're going to put into, we've seen a couple times, it's our BA322i. We're going to drop the part in here, and we're going at relatively low rapid rates, just because we're here at the show, don't need to be beating the doors off, whatever. And we're going to put the part in a tray, and we're going to actuate that tray into our little loading unit. You won't see the full process from here, but in principle, this comes to our 322i, and the I is important because it's our integrated automation solution. So we have a little LR mate, which is going to take the parts from the tray and deposit the raw material into the fixture on the front side of the machine. Now, one of the unique things about SW's product is that we have this big rotisserie in the work envelope. We're loading and unloading on one side, and in parallel to that, without any interruption to production, we're machining, right? So in this case, SW, 60% of our machines are all dual spindle machines. It's the highest running configuration. In this case, this is our first operation for our ball in box demo part, which I'll show you at the end of the tour. So most important thing, 2 parts, 1 machine, 1 floor space, 1 power drop, 1 hydraulic unit, 1 coolant drop. You're saving energy, you're saving floor space, you're more competitive. So we'll go over to the second machine. Now the first machine that we saw was a ball screw machine. In fact, SW sells about 50-50. The last 10 years in North America, it's literally 51-49% with linear motors. So now we're going to go to a W022, right? So same principle. We're going to be loading and unloading with the robot in this case on the front side, and then this big trunnion is going to swap over, and at that second point we're going to be doing the machining in the back.
Now that machine on the inside there, one thing I see a lot with the SW machines is the part is actually upside down during a lot of the machining. Why is that so important?
Correct. So certainly the horizontal machining centers do have the advantage of gravity. Why gravity? Well, chips like to fall down. And with the horizontal machining, anytime you have the opportunity to be doing the machining with the part upside down or mostly upside down in this particular case, it means your chips fall down. Your chips fall down and you don't have to worry about your fixture locators getting gummed up and having misloads and quality, which is very, very important from a quality standpoint.
And what's the difference when we're talking about the ball screw machine on the other side versus this one here?
So the linear motors give you three big benefits. One is speed. 120 meters per minute, you're zipping around, means you're processing faster, your parasitic time is reduced, you're getting more value-added time about just the cutting on the machine, number one. Number two, you're gaining a few microns of precision. There's no backlash in the system with a traditional ball screw system, so you gain a few microns. But thirdly, and I think most importantly, it's the maintenance. I mean, how much time does an average shop spend on maintaining, exchanging ball screws? And that's when it's planned, not to mention a ball screw failure, which stops you dead in your tracks.
Absolutely.
Right? So let me show you the final product of this demo part. I gotta dig one out of the drawer here. So this is our ball in the box. So I think balls in a box have been done in the manufacturing space before, but I think this is probably the first time it's been done on a dual spindle machine, and certainly first time automated. So it kind of marries all the things, a ball screw machine with a linear motor machine, automation, and a pretty cool demo part.
And just to recap that, after that material is loaded inside this to the automation, there are no human hands touching that between loading, first machine, second machine, and the output.
Correct, and this is a very simple system for demo. It's very common for us to integrate a deburr station, a washer, a CMM, laser marking, and really coming up with a comprehensive system. You put all the raw parts in, conveyor, drawers, high storage, whatever it may be, and you don't see it again and don't touch again until the very end.
And that's how it should be if you can get that going.
Absolutely.
And who should we call if we would like to do that?
Kirk Stewart.
Of course.
At SW North America.
And where can they go to find out more about that if they didn't get a chance to make it to the show?
sw-machines.com.
And as always, make sure you stop by at IMTS. They will be here all week, and make sure you stay tuned for our ongoing coverage of IMTS 2024. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Thanks,
you take
Ian.
care.